Boom. Alright guys, I know that Alien's getting a second edition soon, but I picked this up. Or actually, Free League sent it to me, even though they're doing the Kickstarter very soon or have started it already. I'm not even sure if they have. They sent me the Alien role-playing game to review. I haven't even looked at it yet or opened it up. But I can tell you this, man, this cover is beautiful. And the fact that they sent it to me tells me they're still willing to support the first edition of the game, even though they're doing a second edition of the game. I am uncertain of the cost, but you open it up and the very first thing you see is this massive universe picture. I suspect that, you know, if you're familiar with anything Free League has done, their pages are pretty heavy. They're embossed, which is why I actually only have light on the two sides of me rather than right above me as well. I don't want too much glare. The table of contents is spread across the pages like this. And so the first chapter is what's the story, Mother? Basically, this is the information on the aliens' worlds, or setting, theme, genre. You get into making your character, skills, talents, combat and panic. Panic is the big rules intro, or the thing that kind of sets Aliens apart from some of the other RPGs. Then you have gear, the hard life, what your job is as a game mother, governments and corporations background, systems and planets, alien species, and campaign play. And then the last one is, I believe this is an adventure because it's the situation, locations, events, and epilogue. The book in and of itself is 400 pages, just about. It's 392 pages. It is well worth it if you are into the aliens thing. This is the kind of game that I want to play on Halloween, just to mess with people, to see how much of a story that I can tell and how fast I can kill people. Alien is not a game that you play. Well, there's more than one mode of play. There's like a campaign mode, and then there is your mode of play where it's theatric and you just kind of die. So the first few pages are all about the background. What is control? What are the rumors? The timeline. You're going to see a lot of great art in this book. Free League does a great job with their art. And then here's the idea behind role playing it. There is the cinematic play and the campaign play. The game mother is the game master, the GM, as we referred to, or if you're as old as I am, the dungeon master. Doesn't matter what game you're playing, you're a dungeon master. The different themes for the game are space horror, sense of wonder, science fiction. And then the tools of the game are character sheets, which, shoot, I think they're back here. The character sheets are, I think this is the game. They are quite amazing. This is a character sheet. So your character is horizontal. Your character sheet is horizontal. Let's see here. You can do that. You've got your internal module here. Name. Oh, this is for your ship. I want the character sheet. I thought it was there. I have seen the character sheet. It is quite something. Actually, I don't know where I put it. I printed them. But anyway, then you move into tools of the game and what is a role-playing game. You have to have that in every role-playing book. And then you get into your character. And there's your core concepts, your career, your attributes. There's a brief little stint here about campaign play and cinematic play. You should decide before making your character which way you're going. You've got starting attributes, skills, and talents. stress, health, personal agenda, name, appearance, and buddies and rivals. So there's a little bit of that in your game, and then it moves into your gear. And I have, like I said, I just opened this book. I have not seen any of it. But man, look at the art. Look at what they captured here. A Marine. Oh, a Colonial Marine. So your archetypes / classes are Colonial Marine, Colonial Marshal, a company agent, a kid. Kind of have to have a kid, right? A medic, an officer, a pilot, roughneck, scientist. That's a pretty wide variety for the rulebook. And then your skills. We're not going to spend a lot of time on the skills because, like I said, I haven't played it yet. But right here in your skills, it talks about the meanings of success, rolling the dice, how you roll your dice are right here. Pushing the roll, stress level, and panic. And then only chance, group rolls, modifications and difficulties, and getting help from others with different some of the tasks. Then it moves into what the skills are. There's heavy machinery, close combat, mobility, piloting, ranged combat, observation, comtech, survival, manipulation, medical aid, command, and then there's talents. And these are all based off of the different classes / archetypes you took. For example, Colonial Marine has banter. Between fights, you release the tension in your team with some friendly banter. Your stress level and the stress level of everyone in short range of you drops 2 steps instead of 1 for every turn spent in a safe place. Interesting. So the talents are going to be kind of a neat thing. There's general talents as well, so I guess in your character development you can pick some talents. Combat and panic. I just want to learn about that. So maps and zones. Conflict and Alien role-playing game is typically played out using a map of the starship or colony or whatever location your characters happen to find themselves fighting for their lives. The map is divided into zones. A zone is typically a room or a corridor or an area of ground. How big a zone is, it varies. There's information on measuring time, the different features of the terrain, like cluttered, dark, cramped, and how it affects you. Stealth mode, which is enemy movement and detection of said movement or detection of your movement. Gets into the use of motion tractors, drawing the initiative, changing the initiative, helping others, and movement. Ambushes and sneak attacks exist in the game. Close combat. It goes through how do you do your close combat, ranged combat. Let's get this over here. Stress. Stress is the mounting of tension in your characters, measured by your stress level. Usually starts at 0 and increases during the course of the game. Your stress level increases by 1 whenever one of the following happens. You push a skill, you fire a burst at full auto, you suffer 1 or more points of damage, you go without sleep, food, or water, you perform a coup de grace, a scientist in your team fails to use the analysis talent, member of your own crew attacks you, great. A person nearby is revealed to be an android. You encounter certain creatures or locations as determined by the scenario, gaining stress dice. When you make a skill roll, you must add a number of stress dice equal to your current stress level. Wait a minute. Whoa. Your stress level is not capped. So, holy cows. That could be bad. Hopefully, and then you have your panic roll. I think panic is going to be quite, as long as you keep your stress in check, you you can use it to your advantage, but if tension grows too strong, it can explode, sending you into a wild panic. You need to make a panic roll when any of the following happens. You roll one of your, I don't know what that symbol is, on your stress dice in a skill roll. If this happens, you can't push the skill roll. Instead, you roll for panic. There is a random chart over here for different things for panic. So let's say you roll a 10, freeze. You're frozen by fear or stress for 1 round. You're losing your next slow action. Your stress level and the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range increases by 1. Ow! All right, so stress, managing your stress is a very important part of this game. There's other hazards, of course, starving, dehydration, the vacuum of space, freezing to death, falling, explosions, everything that you experience in most role-playing games. Vehicle combat, I hope. There's a whole bunch of different types of vehicles in the science fiction horror series. Even with that said, though, the combat is relatively short. It's only 2 pages. Gear, I would imagine this is a pretty meaty chapter. It starts at 118. It goes through the different types of rifles. Wait, is it here? As a kid, for a different role-playing game before Alien was an RPG, I made the pulse rifle for another game. I want to see how close I came to it. I'll look at it another time. And then, suits of armor, suits and armor, other equipment, computer mainframes are in here. Vision and devices, I would imagine. Yep, medical supplies, pharmaceuticals, food, of course, and then a whole bunch of vehicles. Look at that. So about 40 pages of gear. 30 pages, my bad. Hard Life Among the Stars. Oh, this is about space travel and hyperspace and sleeping through things and using charted space and knowing how to get from place to place. So I have to admit, there's a lot more art in this book than I thought there was going to be. Here's a breakdown of different types of labor, how much they cost, weekly salaries and how much they earn. And then here's your spacecraft basics. Here's a really nice spaceship, the CM90S Corvus. What it's armed with. Man, this is a lot of spaceships. And I didn't realize this was in the game, but they have space combat. So that is interesting. I can't wait to see how they do it in a role-playing game with the crew. I played some Star Wars Age of the Rebellion, and I felt that it needed a little bit more work. I hope that this is an improvement off of a similar system. I like the idea of the gunners and stuff in Star Wars, so I hope that this is a little bit better than that. And then, man, there's a lot of ships. We started this on 149. We're at page 200 for space combat now. And then this is your section on GMing, and this is roughly, yeah, I kind of thought this was going to be a bigger chapter. So it's 205 to 221, so it's about 15, 20 pages. And as you can see, there's not a lot of art in it, but it does go through your game principles, different types of themes you can do, and then it talks a lot about, it talks about the stress and horror theme, the 3 stages of fear, relieving your stress, splitting the team, NPCs, creating good NPCs, the cinematic play portion of the game, and then it moves from cinematic, how to structure your cinematic scenarios, into campaign play, which I think is, yeah. And actually, I think, even though they talked about campaign play there, I think 221 is, no, it's not. 221 starts your background on the game worlds, plural, because, you know, it's space. I really can't wait to play this game either. I'm looking forward to this and Blade Runner, both of which are published by Free League. There's not a lot of eye candy in this book. There's a lot of information and charts that you need to use as you're playing as a GM. A lot of things like this that could be used as informational kind of handouts. This is we're still into the background of the systems and corporations. I think after this, the last chapter is the well, we're not there yet. Now it's starting to talk about the different types of xenomorphs. There's probably a lot of really cool information in here that I should read and come back and talk about another time. Chest Buster, Bambi Burster, Imp. I want to get to harvesters. I don't even know what those are. Harvester attacks, lion worms. So these are different types of aliens, maybe? Interesting. Okay, so here, the very last chapter is campaign play. This is the campaign framework, space truckers, frontier colonists and marines, creating your own star systems, which they made another book that they sold out of at Gen Con, so I didn't get to buy it, but they did send me a copy of that as well, so I will be doing that. A job generator. So this has a lot of random charts for generating your campaigns. I actually thought this was a sample campaign from looking at the table of contents. On page 351, you have something on the encounters, how to make them, create them at random. Well, here's a sample space station you can use. Now, well, it's probably named actually in the game, the storyline universe, Novgorod. And here's this would be a good example of different zones for what you're playing in. The interior details. Here's your NPC list. The events. Oh, Hope's Last Day. This is the sample adventure, I believe. Here's your situation. So whether through corporate duplicity or the foolish actions of one corporate executive, a wildcatter had been sent out to check the so-called alien ship that Ellen Ripley had reported after her first visit to LV-426. Now, Hadley's Hope is in real trouble. And that is basically what your adventure is. I don't know if these are NPCs or if these are what you would play for this adventure. And then right after that is kicking off the action. The different maps for Hadley's Hope. The locations. The events, the air traffic control center, the epilogue. More maps. Here's a space combat map. There you go, guys. This is the 2020 winner of the Ennies Alien Role-Playing Game First Edition. I'm excited about this game. I can't I can't wait to die. I'm really just, I haven't played it yet because I'm really trying to get somebody else to run it for me. I want to be a Marine. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, please like, subscribe, and share. Leave comments for me. You want me to learn, teach you how to make characters with the game? Let me know. I know that second edition's right around the corner, but the game was so good, or is so good from everybody who's played it that I've ever talked to. I'd pick this up anyway. Thank you. Have a great day. Hi guys. Meet the Nibbles, who's gonna go down. She just decided not to go down my back, so we'll do this for her so she's comfy. Thanks for watching my video, and I appreciate it. Please hit the like button and share it if you know somebody who might be interested. And of course, there's always Twitter and the Facebook thingy, and soon I have a newsletter coming. That'll be down there or in a link below, and my kitty cat loves that idea. So anyway, there was one more thing. Oh yeah, subscribe. Be a part of my community, our community. Let's make it grow together. See you guys at a con somewhere, or a local store, or if I'm driving through the country, maybe a game club. I don't know. You're not going to go knock down my camera. Bye, guys.